What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid News Now, where we'll get you caught up on all the top stories from around the entertainment world. In today's top stories, Marvel and Hulu's The Runaways exist in the same universe as the Defenders, then Darth Vader might be making an appearance in the Han Solo movie, and finally a massive, controversial change to Batman's character in the pages of this week's Suicide Squad. But in that top story, you heard that right, Marvel's newest TV series, The Runaways, is connected to the Defenders. Runaways, which is set to debut on Hulu for a 10-episode run on November 21st, had a big presence at this year's TCA press tour, including an appearance from Marvel TV's president himself, Jeff Loeb. And in a surprising moment, Loeb confirmed that Runaways will exist in the same universe as the Defenders, the world of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, and more. And we'll just have to wait and see how, because Jeff didn't really go into any details about that. He just kind of dropped the bomb and, ran. But this struck people as odd, because now we have these two different shows from two different competing streaming platforms essentially tied together. Even further, it's kind of a shock because lately Marvel's been coming up kind of empty in terms of the connectivity thing. What occurred to me writing this script is that if you told someone this news 4 years ago, they would have been like, wow, Runaways is getting a show, that's amazing. And then they would have been like, yeah, no shit, they're connected. But of course, for the last 4 years, Marvel's been pressed on the MCU's connection to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., its connection with their Netflix shows, and of course, other properties like Legion, and even further, how all these things connect to each other, which, spoiler, they don't. In short, they've really failed to live up to that initial promise that it's all connected. I mean, it's obvious the shows are going to keep making references, but it's clear that it's not going to be a two-way street. Honestly though, any connective tissue between these shows, I'm gonna eat up. So in the words of Jeff Loeb, who happens to be Marvelite's own Marvel Luke's favorite person, if you believe hard enough, it's all connected. Little inside joke there for the Marvelite folks, so let us know in the comment section down below what you think of this and how you think Defenders and Runaways will be connected. Moving on to our next story, you heard that right, we do have a little bit of a clue that Lord Vader might be making an appearance in the Han Solo movie.
We would be honored if you would join us.
But how do we know this? Let's take a step back. As you know, Vader is iconically voiced by James Earl Jones. Jones, though, isn't in the suit. That role falls to a different actor who fills out the Sith Lord on screen. Originally, Darth was played by 6'5" British actor David Prowse, but for his appearance in Rogue One, he was played on screen by 6'7" Welsh actor Spencer Wilding. According to StarWarsNewsNet.com, Wilding was scheduled to appear at Fandom Fest this weekend in Louisville, Kentucky, but just a few days before the event, he had to cancel. But why exactly? Well, according to their website, he's unavailable due to filming the latest movie in the Star Wars universe. And since the only Star Wars movie filming right now is Han Solo, it seems like a pretty safe bet. Of course, it doesn't necessarily mean Wilding is playing Darth Vader. He's a pretty well-known creature actor, and I guarantee you know some of his other characters, like the Blue Guard in the kiln scene from Guardians of the Galaxy. He really could have just been brought in to play a different character. I've actually had a lot of conversations about this just in the last few days, and personally, I'm pumped as a fan. I want as much Vader as possible. And if Disney's out there, maybe a solo movie for the guy? But there are people out there that aren't crazy about him being in this film. There are a lot of people that feel like Vader appearing in these kind of cameos as just fan service, that it cheapens the character a little bit.
What?
And while I see that argument, I can kind of understand. Did people really not like him in Rogue One? So let me know what you think of that and where you fall on that debate in the comment section down below. But on to our last story of the day, a major change to Batman's character is happening right now over at DC Comics. That's because Batman, wait for it, is now technically considered a metahuman. But wait, before you light your torches and sharpen your pitchforks, let me explain. This all started in the pages of Suicide Squad number 22, when Amanda Waller ordered the squad to track down and apprehend two metahumans. Killer Frost, okay, pretty standard, and Batman.
Say again? What'd you say? What'd you say?
Yup, Batman is now considered a metahuman by the US government. But how did this happen? Well, to explain, we kind of have to back it up even further. All the way back in 2015, in the conclusion of Endgame with Batman number 40, right after that brutal fight between Batman and the Joker when Bats was essentially restored to his peak by Dionysium, which we found out later contains that mystical DC mineral, nth metal. The nth metal came in contact with his bloodstream, reacted, and instead of just patching him up, apparently it made him a little more than human. And in the comics, Bruce hasn't been shooting fireballs out of his eyes or lightning bolts out of his ass yet, but I'm sure we'll learn more in the Dark Knight's Metal event, which kicks off next month. But really, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I trust DC to do the right thing. They've got a great creative team right now, and they're kind of riding a hot streak, but they've got to understand the appeal of Batman is that when he takes the suit off, underneath the mask, and the billions, and the handsomeness, and the genius, and that he knows 100 and something forms of martial arts, he's just a regular guy. So let me know what you think of Super Bats in the comment section down below, but that's gonna do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.